live from our Abuja studios, where I was seated just 3 days ago. Celestine Okeke, who is the head of, who's the lead partner at CDI. CEDI stands for Sustainable Entrepreneurship and Economic Development Initiative. That's what the SEEDI stands for. Good morning, Celestine. It's good to see you here from Abuja.
Good morning, Bronson. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you very much. Unfortunately, we couldn't get together before I jetted back to Lagos. And here in Lagos, in our Lagos global headquarters, Channels Television, is Oluwashina Olubu, who is the head of research at GTL Asset Management. Good morning.
Thanks for having me.
It's good to have you here. Let's take this from Abuja. We're going to come, we want to weigh in the conversation as we move on. Celestine, it's been a very interesting past 2 days on social media. You've made your comments as well regarding the state of Abuja, Nigeria's political capital. So the question is this: how much of the economy of Nigeria's political capital city do we know, or do you know? You live there anyway.
So, Bronson, I would like to chip in. There's really not much I can tell you about the economy of the FCT here. In terms of infrastructure, there's really nothing meant to support small businesses or even big businesses in the FCT here. The economy of the FCT has been moving around government, contract, budget. That's what you keep hearing. You will hardly find infrastructures available to support businesses here. And I will point something out for you. In the FCT, the FCT administration, we don't have a department meant to manage or commerce and industry or trade and investment. We don't have a department meant to manage investments in the FCT entirely. We don't have anything in the FCT administration that manages business enterprises. So it's all about mass housing, public works, and the likes. And cutting across both the federal ministries and the FCT itself, the only industrial center we have in Abuja here is the Industrial Development Center managed by SMID. And SMID is the agency manages small businesses in the FCT here. And that Industrial Development Center, IDC, has not gotten any funding in the last 5 years on the minimum. The businesses you find there are people who came in and put up structures, even brought in electricity and water. So in reality, the economy of the FCT is tied to government activities. When government issues contract, people get contracts, raise money, buy houses, build big houses. There's really little or no economic activity thriving in the FCT here beyond maybe your retail services, your ShopRite and the rest. This is all commercial transaction services. In terms of, like you talked of Washington DC, where you have Boeing and you have other big companies producing and selling, if not only in DC, outside of the United States. In FCT here, we've not gotten to that extent where you look at 1, 2, 3 key industries that are driving the economy here. So you hear people tell you, oh, there's no budget, the budget has not been passed, nothing is happening. Oh, the budget has not been fully implemented, we're not getting anything. So the economy in the FCT here is strictly tied to government budget and government contracts.
I'm going to ask a question directly from you. Do you think Abuja is basically a rent-seeking economy or political city?
It's a mix of both. On the larger side, it's a rent-seeking economy. That's what we do here. So you see, of every 10 young men you see in Abuja here, you will see 5, 6 who are into estate agency, who are into contracting, who want to get contract from one agency or the other. Then on the other side, it's also a political city where you find almost everybody here is working in one agency or the other, is related to somebody working in one agency or the other. In terms of the economy of the FCT, there is really next to nothing happening. So answering your question is more of a rent-seeking business thriving here, and the political side of it. So everybody here, not everybody, most of the people you find in Abuja here are those who are either trying to get one contract or the other, or who are trying to help sell one property or the other, or who are just trying to get something out from government. It's a mix of both a rent-seeking and a political based business here.
So let's hold on a second. Back here in the studios, Shina, you and I work and live in Lagos, so we're a bit of a different fish in a different kettle. Whenever you visit Abuja, for example, what do you really see? Do you see a city that is economically a profit center, or what do you really see when you touch down from the airport and get into the city? What do you really see?
Thank you very much. Quite frankly, Abuja cannot be said to be an economic city. It's more of a political city. The reasons are not far-fetched. You cannot... The result you get in anything, in any endeavor in life, you cannot dissociate it from the motive that you set out to achieve from the very outset. Abuja, to my mind, was created to be a political center. Maybe it would have been helped if some factors were in place, like it was with Lagos, because Lagos at the point was a capital. And then, despite being a capital, it still was able to grow into being an economic power of not just Nigeria, but Africa as a whole. That's because the population is there in the case of, I mean, as far as Lagos is concerned, I mean, conservatively, to my mind, Lagos cannot be more than, even though some figures say 20, 22 million, I think Lagos cannot be less than 30 million if you account for people who are not captured in the whatever data you are looking at. So for me, that number is a driver of business. People want to come because there's a market. You just want to create what you think people want. So that will just naturally bring about the market. That's one. The second thing I will mention quickly is just infrastructure. And I think Celestine did mention that as well. There's something that infrastructure does, even if the market is not where you are producing. Now, if you have seamless rail system, you have transport that links city together, so the linkages between or among city can be very easy, and so you can see economy of one area feeding the other, and then that could be about catalyzing what I would bring about catalyzing economy of other areas. So I mean, that's for Abuja. That is not the last thing I like to say. If you look at the demography of Abuja, what are the people in Abuja? You have core members that are posted to Abuja who stay back, political office holders who are senators or reps who, after their tenure, they stay put in Abuja. And also, I mean, you can say that it's not really about people who go there to have businesses that intend for.
So I'm going to ask you, when you folks like you go there, what business do you do? I do television business. I know what I do when I go to Abuja. We'll continue the conversation after the break. We got a lot more to talk about the MPC. First, Celestine, hold on for us there in Abuja. You got a whole 1 hour with you. We'll be right back into everyone.